Hey, what's up, guys? Trying to continue with this after a little couple of incidences that have no relevance for to you, but anyway, 47. Back to the Future, right? You know, uh, you know what? You're gonna laugh. I never really dug this movie that much. It was okay. I remember it had come out. I remember some kid talking about it at school, and I just had never gotten around to seeing it. I don't know. I never thought about it. When you actually see it, it is kind of funny. Obviously, I saw part three in the movie theater. Part three is actually probably the best one because you get to see the future of America from back then. And it's very interesting to see what they got wrong and what they nailed. So anyway, Top Gun. I saw this in the day. This is cool movie. Like yeah, it's like cool man. Goose and Maverick, right? Remember the Top Gun is as much a love letter to the military as it is to the bromances at the center of the movie. You mean comrades or comradeship? What are you talking about? So and then of course, take my breath away from Berlin with I don't even know the name of the singer, but she was always hot with the black hair on one side and the brunette, blonde on the other, and Danger Zone for my man Kenny Loggins. What a great songwriter Kenny Loggins is. I know you're like, what the hell? As for the movie, I mean, yeah, at this point, it's kind of funny. It's like a Cold War film, as if this would not have sparked a war, the Soviets back in the day. So, and of course, the famous meme where Tom Cruise still looks like a capable bro. Obviously, apparently, from what I hear, I would know. He's like the only guy making movies that are like making money anymore. And of course, the other thing with Kelly McGillis, she was so hot, beautiful woman, right? Remember Witness, right? The film about the Amish, the film that inaccurately tells you that the Amish will not fight you if you mess with them. That is not true. I'm just telling you right now, and not from any personal experience of mine, but from things I've heard and I've seen. They will fight you. They will not let you put an ice cream cone in their face, which is good. But obviously, Kelly McGillis is looking a little different at this point. Okay, the women mostly just don't age as well as men do. It's just the Anyway, and of course the whole America, the Cold War time. Anyway, enough. I spent a lot. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Never saw this. Never saw this. Although Hal Ramis, I liked Hal Ramis. So when he got jumped by in by Central Park, that pissed me off. Believe it or not, that actually pissed me off, man. My man was just walking by, and he got free. He had what was done to me a few times growing up, done to him in like his 60s or whatever he is. So anyway, um, Fame. Okay, now the movie, right? I never saw the movie. Headbands, leg warmers, right? Big hair, street dancing. Fame, right? Fame. Was it Irene Cara? Right? She died recently. But I remember the show more. They used to show the TV show. I believe it was on NBC. And I always remember the opening. You have the instructor, the dance instructor, and she's telling I always remember she's telling the kids, "You want fame? Well, fame costs. This is what you start paying." Right? And I remember as a kid, when I would hear that, for some reason I didn't like her tone. Right? I didn't like how that she was like telling you what to do, and she was kind of arrogant. And I remember not liking that. So, but then again, I never went to a school for the performing arts. Okay, Blue Velvet. Never saw this film either. I know you're like, oh, dude, David Lynch, bro, Blue Velvet. I remember reading, no, actually watching this. I think Siska and Ebert. Remember those dudes? Were talking about it, and and I remember Dennis Hopper was in this. Dennis Hopper. This is like one of his comeback films because he had a little period of time where I guess he was kind of drugged out, but he was coming back in the '80s, the mid '80s, and this is one of the films where he's like some kind of maniac dude. And what's her name? I forgot. Kyle McLaughlin is in this. Remember him from Dune, right? And of course the Isabella Rossellini, right? Isabella Rossellini, remember her? She was in this film, but like I said, a psychological horror. I never saw it, so wouldn't know. Oh, one of my favorite movies of all time. Real quick, right? Steve Martin. This dude always had this dude had white hair. Remember the Jerk? This dude's never had dark hair. Right? I think he went white when he was in his like early 20s. But this guy right here, I guess I shouldn't use this as a time to talk about all of the films, but this guy here, man, dude, John Candy, bro. John Candy, dude, when you see a movie with John Candy in it, you start to smile. To me, anyway, I see him, funny guy, so many great movies. Uncle Buck is one of his best films, but the guy was in so many great movies, funny as hell. I missed the fucking guy, man. He died in like 95 or something. Missed the hell out of this dude, man. This dude, when you see him, you're thinking 80s. And just a funny dude, man. When you can have a fat white guy be like more than sympathetic, right? And of course, this film in particular, probably one of the best, right? Comedy skill, John Hughes film, family comedy road movie. It wasn't a huge success. The movie's stellar acting and warm heart made it one of the best of its time. Amen. 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 Now we're going to this go. Oh, there's Nico. Hey, Nico. Oh, here we go. Above the Law. Right? Steven Seagal. Of course, my favorite Steven Seagal film is always going to be Out for Justice, because that if you've ever seen Out for Justice, basically you saw where I grew up. On the streets there, and of course, Aikido. Remember Aikido? Oh, it's badass. Aikido uses the enemy's strength against it. All that nonsense. And my man had the long hair in the back, but whatever, dude. Some of his movies are great. Was it More for Death? Oh, that movie's banned in Jamaica. I remember one of my coworkers was saying how much Jamaicans hated seeing Marked for Death, because my man here is just beating the hell out of Jamaicans the whole movie. So they did not like that film. But anyway, was it Day of the Dead? Oh, dude, the goriest, the best Tom Savini gore effects. Day of the Dead, right? Did this one. I've talked about Day of the Dead many times in other videos, so I don't really have to go over it too much. But Fatal Attraction, never saw this. Right? Big deal. I know everyone was like, oh, everybody. It was a horror film for the boomers who are now in their 20s and 30s, or their 30s, I guess. The boomers. This was their horror film because they were all, and I know from personal experience and all my friends, everybody, all our parents were cheating on each other. Maybe not you guys out there, but the people I knew growing up in New York, everybody was cheating on everybody. All right, Full Metal Jacket, another film beloved, or at least enjoyed by my late fiance. I thought she would be offended by this. She thought it was great. I saw this in the theater, right? Right, Stanley Kubrick's Vietnam film is right. Everyone says, "Oh, the first part is better than the second part." No, they're both great. The second part is amazing. Animal Mother alone. Okay, I'll bring up Animal Mother. Talk about nuance. Of course, Kubrick's always going to have the nuance. Okay, Animal Mother is a very aggressive, scary, racist, or supposedly he is. He scares the brother, right, that wants to get the girl, who is afraid that he's too buku, right? But then he reassures her. But then this woman, this Vietnamese a prostitute with her South Vietnamese military pimp, she is whisked away immediately by the big, tall, blonde, baddie racist. However, later in that film, when that same black man is being shot methodically to evoke pain and to scream and to have his comrades come out to help them so they can be shot. When Cowboy, the now commander, because the other commander's throat was shot, was shredded by a shrapnel. Cowboy's gonna leave these guys to die. Animal Mother says, "We're not leaving Doc J and 8 Ball." Okay, this is the racist psychopath, but he won't let this black man and this other dude there to die and be shot and screaming, in pain. He wants to save them. Okay, do you remember that? Brilliant, brilliant film. I remember the poster for this, Escape to Victory. You got Michael Caine, fucking Michael Caine, dude. Michael Caine, a great actor, dude. I can't speak enough about Michael Caine. And then of course you had Stallone and Pele. Remember Pele? I think he died just the other day. Um, they team up to fight up. Oh, I guess this is during the. Oh, it's during the war. That's right. Well, I guess I never saw. I won't be seeing that. Yeah. And this film, this is everyone loved this movie. Now this is the same guy that did this, but I never really dug this film. One thing about John Hughes movies, and I like a lot of them. If you notice the houses that people live in, I'm not saying it's upper class, middle class, bourgeois people in Chicago. I'm just saying, like, when I remember seeing the films, and I was always taken aback, like, wow, these people are rich, man. They're they got their house, they have a house, you know. But that aside, I just never dug Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And Ferris Bueller now, he tried that shit now, he would get popped, yo. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we'll go to this part. We got one more video out of this. Platoon. Oliver Stone's brutal, uncompromising war film. This actually was, it was an interesting film. It was almost like a little too much, of course, never believe, the American atrocities in this, almost cartoonish at this point, you know. But Platoon was interesting, but not, and ironically, Oliver Stone was there, right? He was a soldier in it, but not as good as this from a man who was never in Vietnam. So, now Aliens, oh, dude, I saw Aliens in the theater. Oh my God, this friggin' movie. James Cameron, that son of a bitch. But this dude, man, Aliens. This is one of the best horror sci-fi action films. This and Predator are like, dude, like, I think they're overrated. That you are out your mind. There's no way, dude. Hard sci-fi, and you had a female protagonist who was strong, but but who was also vulnerable, if you remember. So, and just a great damn movie, man. So many good people in this film. And let's see, Meaning of Life. Oh, Meaning of Life. I remember seeing this on video cassette when it came out. I was a little young, but Monty Python's work was well known, right? A surprisingly dark turn for the comedy group. A series of sketches. They always call them sketches. I guess I'm a New Yorker. I call them skits. Right? Rooted in black humor. Yo, dude. Black humor, man. Dude. Fucking this movie. It was almost disgusting. There were so many disgusting scenes in this, and it was very dark, almost I'd say very angry. Okay, and of course the Monty Python troupe. Everyone forgets that drag is actually mostly straight men doing a comedy bit from this. This was good, but for Meaning of Life. Police Story. Now I didn't see this till in the '90s on video cassette, right? And of course, Jackie Chan had made so many damn in Hong Kong at this point. You're getting out of the Shaw Brothers era. You're getting into the Hong Kong era where they're making these crazy ass action films, and Jackie Chan is already in the middle of that with these crazy stunts. Of course, Police Story, the one thing where he literally is going down the pole with breaking all the lights in the shopping mall. But there were so many other movies too, like Project A, Operation Condor, Meals on Wheels, right? But like this was the one that you saw. I mean, this was translated into English. It wasn't a dubbed copy. You could get this in the video store, right? And dude, man, and of course Jackie Chan. Jeez, fucking injuries this guy had. Never not a fan of his kung fu work, but he was a guy for another era, right? And around it, I hit Flash Gordon, right? Campy, kitsch, sci-fi. Yeah, very campy, very kitsch, very awesome. I like campy stuff. I'm a weird right-wing guy, right? Just I've gone over this before, but like this is a great, colorful film, man. And rightfully so. This movie has a following, as it should. Okay, right? Ridiculous, so ridiculous. Yeah, well, it's Pathetic Earthlings, who could save you now? That's right, man. Max von Sydow, another guy. And that crazy Brian Blessed with the psychopath with the beard all the time. So anyway, and Topol, right? Topol was actually pretty good in this. My man Topol. All right, that's we got one more to go.